There's a lot of different reasons why people write, but I think I've found in my life, in my experience, one of the most sustainable methods of writing long term and getting use and value out of writing. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. I learned writing from you, and my life changed hundreds, thousands, millions level because of you, brother.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of different reasons why people write, but I think I've found in my life, in my experience, one of the most sustainable methods of writing long term and getting use and value out of writing. And yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like I've heard so many people be like, "Oh, I want to make a journal, or I want to write, in a journal, or like record daily diary." And if you ask them why, the reason isn't like the right reason, and it's usually why people fail. And the people often say like, "Oh, I want to write in a journal because I think it would be cool to see the documentation of like all of my memories." They're like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could see like all this like 10 years from now?" That's what people want. But you start writing the first couple months and all of it's new, it's fresh. You look back at it, it's all boring because it's only been a couple months since you started, and then people quit because they get bored, right? It's because their goal isn't put in the right place. Their goal isn't giving them any value in the beginning. It gives them no value. There's nothing sustaining them. There's nothing that makes them want to keep writing because their intention was placed on a 10-year delayed gratification from the start, right? And this is really interesting if you apply this as an analogy to other things in life, like going to work out at the gym. It's actually kind of notoriously one of the worst reasons to work out if you only want to look better. And that's the only thing you care about. Because what you're doing there is you're only wanting the very end. You don't care about any step between. You're just getting no energy to do the next day, right? The people who actually work enough at the gym to end up increasing their strength or increasing their flexibility or their endurance, those people enjoy every day. That's how they get there. That's actually how they got there. And so it's like, to bring it full circle, that's how I learned how to write sustainably in the long term, because I found something that made me happy every time I wrote, something that gave me value every time, right? And this thing that I'm talking about, the sustainable element that I found in writing, is the power of reflection and mindfulness and emotional processing. It's Writing is such a powerful tool to structure your thoughts and deal with your emotions. And so I started writing just for no reason. Just, yeah, like most people are like, "Oh, it's cool. I just want to write because it's cool." But sometimes I just get frustrated. Like sometimes life gets really annoying, really frustrated, and no one was there to talk to me. So I just write. And I'd write and I'd write. And I noticed, I was like, wait a second. After I finished writing, I felt better. And I was like, holy shit, like, that's so nice. And so I would desire it. I want it. I want that. I want that feeling. And so I keep writing, and it's amazing now. I'm at 7 years now, 7 years of content, or 7 years of journal entries, thousands of pages.
Yeah.
And like, this is what people want when they start journaling. That's the only thing they're thinking about. But I didn't think about that to make it here. I just thought about the fact that it felt good to 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 have an outlet and a friend. It always feels, honestly, it feels, writing in some way can sometimes feel like you have a friend with you at all times, someone to talk to you, someone to listen to you at all times. Because when you're writing, it feels like you're actually putting the words out into the world. They're being heard, and they're being understood, they're being processed. So anyway, sorry, that was long, but
That's good, bro,
complete.
because
That's complete.
remember when the first time you met me, my English language skill changes completely the moment as I start doing what Kenny is doing. And I'm going to start opening up the Google Documents, open up a Google Docs every day. And for me, I treat writing as a game. Like different people have different purpose of writing, right? So when I start writing, my game is, can I just do 1 page a day, 2 page a day? And I just keep my
Mhm.
heads down moving forward. I even trick myself like closing my eyes and start writing. Doesn't even like worry about my grammars, in which, annoys the shit out of you. Sometimes when you,
It's all right.
but it's really good because
You have Chat GPT. You don't need good grammar.
that's true. Do you know what I've been doing lately?
Um,
So I opened the Word document, and
yeah.
all I pay attention to is just my hands typing on the keyboards, and just type as fast as I can. Whatever the thoughts coming out of my head, I just start typing it out, putting it down.
Yeah.
What happened is that once I get to 1 to 2 pages and I look up, I just feed it into the ChatGPT, say, hey, punctuate all of the writing for me. Technology allows you to do that. But the power is that I was able to structure my thought, express myself, feel better after I finish writing.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely like the motivating factor. Also, I think that this is kind of like a philosophy I have for most things in life. There's a lot of endeavors that people try to take up. An example before was going to the gym, but it could be a lot of things. It could be like learning a new instrument. It could be like learning how to code. But I think there's two things you need to think of whenever you're trying to do something that doesn't come naturally, that takes effort. And one is to minimize, how do I put this? You want to minimize the friction to engaging in the activity, and you want to maximize the value you get from the activity. You want to maximize the feeling of satisfaction you get from the activity, because those two working together make it almost so self-sustainable that you don't have to even force yourself anymore, right? Like you can get yourself into a habit and then have really good habits and grow in whatever endeavor you're trying to do. I think the first one I talked about was maximizing the value and satisfaction, right? That was finding like a daily purpose. Like what do you do? Finding what you enjoy daily about it, right? That's one thing that I was saying. On the other hand, though, what are the strategies that I use to minimize the friction?
Yeah.
These are interesting. They're not necessarily like amazing big things, but sometimes it's the little things that really help. And for me, I found that like I originally started writing my journal in a Word document on my big gaming computer when I was back like 18 years old. And I never had access to that when I was out and about throughout the world. And I think my urge to want to write was all consuming. It would come at all times. So I remember I'd lose a lot of potential opportunity to be actually engaging in this productive activity because I just didn't have the means to do it. And so I actually started this thing at some point where I'm like, oh, let's do like mobile entries. And it was really funny because back then I had this format where I'd write on my phone and then I'd get home, I'd copy and paste it in and I'd label, oh, this is like a mobile entry, et cetera. And it was nice. That little thing right there did help me incorporate a lot more writing into my journal, but it's funny how it's developed since then, because I took it a step further to the point where I stopped needing to label it. I was like, okay, how can I write seamlessly into my journal from one central medium without having to have these like stray Word document file and like these random notes? And it's a lot of effort, right? It's a lot of effort to manage all that stuff, keep it together. And I stumbled upon a pretty good technology in kind of like this, like the seamless infrastructure that Google Documents and Google Apps have. So like if you use the Google Keep app to write all of your journal entries, it's accessible on any browser and it's accessible on Android and iOS, et cetera. That Google Keep app is an app, but it's also a browser-based application as well. So it's ubiquitous. You can access anywhere. It's a very clean, easy to use interface. And you can, when you highlight all of the notes that you want to then transfer into your journal, you can immediately upload them into Google Drive. And so it's really easy for me because like if I want to write and I'm on my computer, I can write on my computer. If I want to write on my phone, I can write on my phone. It's like no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, I'll always be able to write. And this, I'll say this is maybe what some people don't want to, like some people are probably like, oh, I want to write by hand. And if you want to write by hand, that's good. If that's the thing that gives you that motivation that you need to write by hand, then go ahead and do it. But I've just avoided writing by hand because it's like, to me, I can't get my thoughts out as quickly and it slows me down and it makes it like for me, it takes the enjoyment out of it. But for some people, it gives them enjoyment to write it by hand. And so if that's what you like, I recommend that just as well,
Yeah. There was one time that I actually spent a whole month just writing things by hand, like taking notes down and didn't use a computer. I think the experience is okay. It's not as exciting as typing, because typing, you can work along with it. You can work with your words and then do more things. You
Right?
can copy paste.
Exactly.
The reason the Thai newsletter exists is because of this guy. I want to represent my teacher. And English is not even my first language.
Your English is super fluent. And like, I don't think you struggle with like, I mean, at least anywhere near as much as I do with expressing your thoughts. Cause for me, it's like, sometimes it's like, it's not that I made like a simple mistake in grammar. It's that I just can't even complete the thought that I want to. So I still think I have kind of a bit to go before I can make a lot of sense.
I feel you, bro. The greatest advantage that writing gets you is the communication. You're able to communicate much better.
God, I love writing.